Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the Taylor Swift effect is not the effect that Kamala Harris wanted. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you are not watching us on YouTube, guys, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And if you go there, just hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. So guys, everybody knows, the world knows, that Taylor Swift has endorsed Kamala Harris. And I call it a tepid endorsement. She said she's voting for her. She gave her reasons. But then she told people to do their own research and vote as they see fit. Vote for the candidate of their choice. That's not a ringing endorsement. And I think from a business perspective, it's wise, because you don't want to seem like you are anti-MAGA, anti-Republican. When you have the business model she has, a lot of her audience, is in MAGA country. A lot of their parents that buy the merchandise are MAGA supporters, right? The problem for Harris is that polls show in one of the core demographics key for Democrats that she's lagging in is young voters. And this is exactly who Taylor Swift, who Beyonce can appeal to. Now that they're actually talking about in the campaign, can we get Taylor Swift and Beyonce to do concerts for us? Can we get them to do events for us? Because that would drive the young voters. I don't know if the voters that go to see a Taylor Swift concert that Kamala Harris happens to be appearing after are then necessarily going to march and vote for her. Same with Beyonce. I don't know if that's the case, but it would be helpful for this core demographic that she needs desperately. I want you to watch this report on it and why she's in trouble, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Voting all along during this campaign, and that is the underperformance that both Joe Biden and now even Kamala Harris has among young voters. All right, so this is the Democrat versus Trump margin among voters age 18 to 29 or under the age of 30. You go back 4 years ago at this point. Look, Joe Biden had a 28-point advantage. A 28-point advantage over Donald Trump. Now, you look when Joe Biden dropped out of the race, he was up by just 7 points. Now, Kamala Harris has improved on Joe Biden's standing, but look at this. She's only up by 15 points. That is significantly less than Joe Biden was up at this point among the youngest voters in our electorate. It's only about half the margin that Joe Biden was pulling in. So Kamala Harris will absolutely welcome in the support of Taylor Swift if she can move young voters at all, because the bottom line is Kamala Harris is, in fact, not doing as well among young voters as you might expect a Democrat to necessarily be doing based upon history.
And what we heard from Taylor Swift last night was a call to register to vote, get involved. Why? How much of voter registration, and why is that key? How important is that?
Yeah, I mean, look, let's go to the key battleground states of Pennsylvania and North Carolina, all right? And what we're going to do here is look at the Democratic advantage over Republicans in voter registration. This is party registration, registering as a Democrat, a Republican, or unaffiliated. Look, if you go back to September of 2020, look, among active voters in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, you saw Democrats with, look at that, a 559,000 voter edge over Republicans. You jump now, look, Democrats still have an edge, but look how much that's dropped. It's now just 169,000. We're talking about the Republicans closing the gap by nearly 400,000 voters in just a 4-year time span. You go to North Carolina, it's the same exact trend, right? You go back to September of 2020, you see Democrats with a 415,000 voter edge, and now they still hold an edge, but it's just 128,000. And of course, both of these states were determined by less than 100,000 voters back in 2020. So the bottom line is Republicans have been doing a significantly better job of registering voters than Democrats have been doing over the last 4 years and getting folks to switch over from Democratic registration to Republican registration. So yeah, Kamala Harris would definitely welcome the idea if Taylor Swift could bring in some more younger voters, Democratic-leaning voters in the electorate, because the bottom line is Republicans have been doing a heck of a lot better job of registering voters than Democrats have over the last 4 years.